父母照韩三国照韓韓国です。今、ウーピンとこ止めておいたここですね。まあ、これはよくあるんですね。わかりませんけど、これは、電気。テープは、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、本のテープで運転します。まず、1枚のテープを運転します。
Wagon train going west. The guy was sitting up there on the mules with a big whip, beating the wagon. That's a pretty good tip-off. And he's yelling, "Come on, get along here! Come on, get up there!"
これは白黒ですね。
Stop the wagon. I can't stop this wagon. I gotta get these here mules and people and bullocks to California. Well, why are you sitting on a mule beating the wagon?
そうなんだよ。なんもそうですね。
Buzzards used to fly by with one wing over their eyes. Well, you're going to have to stop your wagon, because if you don't, we're going to get picked off by Indians. I don't like the sound of them drums. Yeah, probably ain't the regular drummer. That musician humor's going right over their heads, you know it? I'll tell you something else. It sure is lonesome up here in this saddle. Dang sure should be. Your horse has been dead a week. Flies, look at it. Hey, there's something moving out there in the brush. Probably a brush mover. Hip stuff's going right over their heads. Keep going. Don't stop. Hold out there. You better hold out there. You better hold, fella. He said hold, fella. Hold. Hold or I'll shoot. Hold or he's... Oh, got him. Yeah, you'd never got him if you didn't hold it. What was that? That was me. I went to a Mexican restaurant tonight. Hey, look at that Indian on top of that hill. See him up there? I just want to say that I'm not scared of communist China. I'm not scared of the Russians. The only thing I'm afraid of is lean on Mr. Tooth Decay. Now, let me say this. I want you to know that this energy thing is really serious, folks. I mean, let's face it, last year it even snowed in Georgia. I woke up, thought a grits factory blew up. But as I look at that energy problem, I truly... More contact less... One thing I learned, after Tony sits there for a while, you think there's going to be a test on the show. And I hope it's a true and false where you have the fool's illusion that you have a 75% chance. Or if you have a good neck, 85% chance. I don't like multiple choice when all the answers are alike, because then it's so hard. 7 answers. Do you know where I was last week? I went to the All-Star game. I was covering it for Sport Magazine. I'm writing an article, funny article for them. I hope it's funny. And I was stood behind that batting cage. and you have no idea, even with these old guys, Joe Nux, pitching batting practice, that ball really whoosh right in there. I'm a guy who had to wear a helmet for tennis, so you know what I'm talking about. What courage you have to stand in there. I was a pitcher in my youth, hardball pitcher, and I had a stylish left-handed motion. And one time, I got hit by a comebacker right in the cannolis. That was the end of the career. This guy was real courage because he held the record for many years for getting hit by pitch balls. You know that? I mean, his head was in the strike zone, okay? Good. When they said, "Catch a good one, Minnie!" Oh, Karima! Put out for the team. None of this sissy. Oh, a strawberry atmosphere. Come on, Minnie. Oh, boy. Show him first. Here's first, Minnie. Here's first. You know, he's embarrassed. What are they studying? I wish I'd known about this years ago. Imagine War and Peace, 4 minutes. Even in Hebrew. Fantastic. Chinese, Arabic, every possible language. Evelyn Wood's speed reading dynamics can be... Now, what's the rush? I too have fantasies about reading everything I've ever written. My eyes and brain are not enough. I want to absorb literature through my elbows, the palms of my feet, stomach, any part. But what's the rush? I mean, can you get every nuance of a novel that way? Every and and or and but that an author intended. An author may have stayed up all night wondering, should it be an and or an or? Should it be an and or an or? An and is more graceful, but an or... I mean, if you're coming around that Evelyn Wood paragraph at 60 miles an hour... Normal life. I was sitting home yesterday eating my bark, and I was thinking, when I was a kid, I played football in high school, and I think, what an average thing to do. I was quarterback, first-string quarterback for about 2 weeks, and I quit. And I'll tell you why. Because when I'm out there quarterbacking, I think it's important for me to be in charge. I like to call my own plays. The coach didn't agree with me. I had my own strategy. I used to like to punt on first down. So I quit that and became a cheerleader. And that's when I first started writing. I wrote cheers for the team, and the other cheerleaders were so jealous they would not use one of my cheers. I wrote, "Die, you gravy-sucking pigs." And try and make a touchdown, you... Wouldn't you? Okay, well, that's it. We have a fantastic show tonight. Steve Allen, Kenny Rogers, Elkie... I called up that charity, Big Brothers. I figured I'd spend some time with a fatherless boy. They sent me a kid who had killed his father.
Charities never worked out with me. I had a pen pal in prison. He broke up with me. The guy put Siamese cats through the mail. They sent me 2 regular cats that were attached. I have no rapport with kids. I was working in Florida last week. I sent my nephew 2 baby alligators. He threw them in a blender and tried to make Gatorade. Hey, some things are going well. My social life just picked up a lot. I have a new girlfriend. I'm going out with a Vassar graduate, super sophisticated. Used to drive with her legs crossed. Very prudish. She refuses to have direct contact with me. She wants to use jumper cables. She compensates in other ways. Great cook, my girlfriend. She made Swedish meatballs.
I mean, last week I told my kid I'm going to the Thousand Islands. He told me to spend a week in each one of them. You're a smart kid I got. Like the last time I took my kid to Coney Island, they asked me when to go in a crazy house. He told me to save my money, be home soon. I'll tell you what means nothing goes right, you know? I got a car, gives me nothing but trouble. Every Sunday I take my family out for a push. I tell you, in my car, when I'm on the road, just once I like to see someone pass me without pointing to one of my tires. And my wife, she don't help either. Well, the other day she took the car, she got 60 dents in it. She told me took a shortcut to a driving range. I tell you, my wife, I'll never figure out how she drives. Well, last week she picked up a nail in a spare. There's a lot of things with my wife I can't figure out. Keeps trying to make the dog and tells me to get fixed. I mean, she loves animals, got a house full of animals. Every time I use the bathroom, the parrot says, "Good boy." No, I tell you, I told her, my wife, before we got married, went together for 6 months, then she gave me the air, told me it was all over. I said, "What's the matter? Is there somebody else?" She looked at me. She said, "There must be." I tell you, my wife, she never went for me, you know. When she makes love to me, there's always a reason. Well, one night she used me to time an egg. $80 worth of food. We'll get some munchies. You know that at supermarkets they give away food for doing that, man. They double their business. People be backing trucks up. I'll take that whole aisle. Soap, I love soap. Throw it in the truck. See, we just decriminalized marijuana in California. It hasn't changed a thing because it's still illegal. Won't change anything until they legalize it. Because when they legalize it, they'll be able to sell it to us in public. And that'll revolutionize our whole society. Nightclubs will have 2 hit minimum. Yeah, bartenders will be really enjoying it. I can see guys going in liquor stores on Saturday mornings. I'll have a case of grassroots. I'm watching the game today. You may even turn on the set. Easy to spot people that are stoned. Restaurants, 4 o'clock in the morning. Usually 3 of them seated at the table, and they're feeding each other. You can also spot them on the freeway. Some of us drunk on the freeway, they do 75 and a 50. Some of us stoned, they do 5. So then I moved to Los Angeles. And I had been in Los Angeles 1 week. I went to this party. This guy came over to me at this party. This guy was a real freako. This guy had hair. His hair had germs in it. Shirt, opened away, straight jeans, 20 pounds of turquoise on each finger. He'd been in L.A. 2 weeks. Came over and said, "Hey man, you want to do some cocaine?" Yeah. Obviously, if I didn't know what marijuana was, I certainly didn't know what cocaine was. But I wanted to be cool. I said, no, thank you. I've really never tried it. I've been drinking liquor tonight. I don't think I should mix the two. If you don't mind, I think I'll pass. Can I smell it, though? You'd be safe. Also, I mentioned coming from New York, and I went to school in New York. You from New York? Yeah. Where did you go down here? The New York school system is great. I remember every year they used to check our eyes out.
Got the long-haired guy by the arms and legs. 1, 2, 3, 3 There's only one living in Burbank. 4 guys with you all the time, you know. Blow your mind is a good expression. I love that at parties. So what's going on there, man? It's blowing my mind. Man, the whole scene is blowing my mind. How do you blow somebody's mind? What do you do? Walk up to the ear and go, what are you doing? I'm blowing your mind. Be quiet. You can do that, though. Get on an elevator with somebody you've never seen before in your whole life and lean under his chin and go, Here's a fun thing to do when you're on a date. Ask the person you're with, would you like some gum? If they say yes, go under the table and say, well, let's see, there's some bubble gum to be tastes good here. Still has a comic strip on it. You know what's fun to do in singles bars and discotheques? You just come up to somebody and say, would you like to dance? If they say yes, say, well, go ahead. Whole dance floor out here and all this music, you ought to take your panties to that. You ever do something like that? Here's one just for the guys, just for the guys. Get on an elevator in a department store, completely nude, and just say men's clothing.
Big jar used to illegally distribute, and the police broke in and found them, and one of the cops said, "You were gonna sell these, weren't you?" Larry said, "No, I've really been depressed lately." I knew this guy gave up or sell the trick-or-treaters at Halloween. No, it was really weird, man. Not only did they not eat their candy, they were so busy knocking on doors that they were talking. The woman could bob for watermelon. opening night. We were working with animals on the show. I was a little bit nervous. I got sick to my stomach and I puked on a chicken. It was really embarrassing. Don and Shelley, I know you puked on a chicken. Many, many times. Ralph Nader, he came in one night, and I just like Ralph Nader because I'm the kind of a person who always gets on consumer transactions, you know, like when I first got to town, I had very little money because I'd been working in a lot of places like this. And I went to this hotel, you know, really a bad place with insects crawling around the room, and I bought some of that discount insect killer. You ever tried that? What a shit, what a weak product, boy. Just catch the bugs by hand and then dip them in the stuff. Most people that I've met at the Ice House, this sounds kind of hokey, but they're very, very nice, you know, they'll come up to you and they'll say nice show or whatever. Once in a while you have somebody who's really irritating. There's one guy, I don't know what his problem is, he hangs around here. Every time he sees me, he runs up to me and he has to ask me the same question. Have you been working lately? Have you been getting any jobs? Have you? Boy, one of the worst agents I've ever had. Sometimes you'll have some...
Okay, 1枚目のキャップ。
There's a wagon train going west. The guy was sitting up there on the mules with a big whip, beating the wagon. That's a pretty good tip-off. Then he's yelling, "Come on, get along here. Come on, get up there."
これは白黒ですね。
Stop the wagon. I can't stop this wagon. I gotta get these here mules and people and bullocks to California. Well, why are you sitting on a mule beating a wagon?
そうなんだろう。
I'm not gonna Sure got bone with that bud. My gosh, when she's a little girl, her mother wouldn't even let her play in the sandbox. Well, the cats used to come by and cover her up. Buzzards used to fly by with one wing over their eyes. Well, you're gonna have to stop your wagon, because if you don't, we're gonna get picked off by Indians. I don't like the sound of them drums. Yeah, probably ain't the regular drummer. That musician humor's going right over their heads, you know it? I'll tell you something else. It sure is lonesome up here in this saddle. Dang sure should be. Your horse has been dead a week. Flies, look at this. Hey, there's something moving out there in the bush. Probably a brush mover. Hip stuff's going right over their heads. Keep going. Don't stop. Hold out there. You better hold out there. You better halt, fella. He said halt, fella. Halt. Halt. Halt or I'll shoot. Halt or he's... Oh, got him. Yeah, you'd never got him if you hadn't halted. What was that? That was me. I went to a Mexican restaurant tonight. Hey, look at that Indian on top of that hill. See him up there?